What is up, everybody? TCG here, and today I am fresh off of a first place victory with Ceruledge Ex. I played this deck to a massive tournament, ended up getting first place, and the finals was a match against Ceruledge Ex versus Marnie's Grimstone EX. This video is going to be an overview as to how that finals match went. And for the first place prize, I ended up winning $100, which I then spent on getting myself a Mega Evolutions ETB. So if you'd like to watch me open this, stay tuned to the end of the video. Without further ado, let's get straight into the commentary. Going into this game, I knew my opponent was going to be on Marnie's Grimstone, so I decided to go first after winning that coin flip. I had decided that going first was optimal for me because I really want to try and establish a really strong board state just in case he gets a first turn TM Evo. Looking at my hand, I had a clear set of what I wanted to do. I wanted to Ultra Ball away some energies to search out one of my Solrock or Lunatone, but I managed to top deck the Fighting Gong and then went straight to dig out a Solrock. Then I decided getting rid of the energies was going to be alright because I'm going to Carmine anyway since it's in hand. So then I Ultra Ball away my Jet Energy and my Fire Energy to search out my Lunatone so I can get this Lunar combo out. After realizing it was a pretty safe move, I Jet Energied my Solrock to the active, hopefully setting up for an attack next turn, and then I decided to Carmine away a Night Stretcher so I can establish a stronger board state. And after passing to my opponent, he drew for turn, benched a Snow Run, and then played Nest Ball for a Monkey Dory. He then attached the basic Dark Energy to his Marnie's Impotent in the active and then played Lily's Determination to see a fresh 8 cards. This card is so busted for early setup in stage 2 decks. I honestly love the fact that it's so strong because it allows other decks to choose between Research or Lilies. Like Dragapult, it would really love to have the Lilies, but then I feel like it's 50-50 with Gardevoir. And off of the busted Lily's Determination, he played a Buddy Buddy Puff and searching on a Marnie's Impotent and a Snorunt. My opponent then Ultra Balls away a Maractus and the Shaman, searching on a Marnie's Morgrim and passing the turn to me. Lucky for me, I top deck a boss, but also unlucky for me, it was not a Fighting Energy, so I needed to research it away to dig out some Fighting Energy so I can start using my Lunar Cycle and so I can start attacking the active. And luckily for me, the research drew me into an Earthen Vessel and a Squawkabilly that is pretty useless right now, so I used it to discard and get 2 Fighting Energy from deck. After getting those 2 Fighting Energy, I Lunar Cycled, drawing a Professor Turo, Fighting Energy, and another Earthen Vessel, and I decided to Earthen Vessel away my Fire Energy to grab 1 Fire and 1 Fighting from deck. I then Ultra Ball those 2 energies away in order to get myself a second Charcadet onto my bench. After setting up my great board state, I attach for turn to my Solrock and knock out the active Marnie's Impotent. And after that amazing turn knocking out a Marnie's Impotent, my opponent top decks another one. After attaching for turn to his active Monkey Dory, he plays Arven, searching out a Secret Box. He then uses Secret Box to search out Spike in the Stadium, TM Evo, Countercatcher, and Iono. And after benching an Impotent and evolving to Morgrim, he passed the turn to me. On my turn, I played a Night Stretcher to search out a Fighting Energy from my discard so I could use the Lunar Cycle ability again to draw 3 more cards. And I think that this deck is so busted just because of that. The fact that I'm able to discard cards just to draw more cards, and those cards being what I need to ramp up my damage. You know, I genuinely feel like this deck is so good for the meta right now because it's another one-hitting deck in comparison to these other setup decks that are around. And plus, it kills Goldangos, man. So then after the Lunar Cycle, I had the boss, and then I bossed up a Marnie's Impotent, knocking that thing out and passing the turn back over to him. I am turboing through this game because I really want to take early prize cards against him, set myself up for success in the late game. After some hard thinking, my opponent does a Night Stretcher, getting back that Marnie's Impotent and putting it right back onto the bench. He then plays Spike Myth Gym, searching his deck out for a Marnie's Grimstone EX with the busted Punk Up ability. It allows you to attach 5 Dark Energy from your deck to your active or benched Marnie's Pokemon in any way you like. It is a self-accelerating EX that hits hard to the active and spreads damage to the bench. Well, not really spread, just like a little snipe for 30. It's still really, really good though. You know, I really like that deck and maybe I might consider playing it, trying it out, you know? So then he gets 4 energy from deck, and I assume he's going to attach 2 to the Grimmsnarl and 2 to the Impidimp. Yeah, I see 2 to that Impidimp and he puts them right under, and then 2 to the Grimmsnarl, yeah. My opponent then rips an Iono, sending me just to 4 cards, giving him a new fresh 6. So then after the Iono, he retreats his Monkey Dory, discarding 1 basic Dark Energy into his Marnie's Grimstone EX. He then counter catchers up my Charcadet with the energy attached, knocking out the active one, and then he's going to put the 30 damage onto the Charcadet on the bench, potentially setting it up for a TM Devolution turn, which, not to my knowledge, I did not know he had it in hand. And since he had taken a knockout, I play Nest Ball, getting out a Fezandipiti EX, and then I also play my Fighting Gong, digging out 1 Fighting Energy from my deck so that I can see 6 fresh new cards this turn. And after seeing those 6 cards, I benched 1 Charcadet, and then I evolved my benched Charcadet into a Ceruledge EX. After attaching 1 Fire Energy from my hand to my bench Ceruledge, I then play a Carmine to see 5 more cards because I felt like my hand was a little dead. All I had was energies, Ultra Balls, and a Carmine, so I'm like, alright, if I can see a Boss's Orders or another good supporter in this hand, that'd be pretty chillin'. I then decide to discard the Jet Energy attached to my active Solrock, pushing up my Ceruledge EX, and after counting up all the energies, I hit 250 to the active Marnie's Grimmsnarl EX, and my opponent draws for turn. My opponent then benches another Monkey Dory, Night Stretch Ring, the Dark Energy from deck that he had discarded earlier, and attaches it to the previously established Monkey Dory just so we can start moving damage over to my side. However, before any Monkey Dory shenanigans, he Super Rods back in a Dark Energy, a Marnie's Impotent, and his Miraculous back into the deck. He then uses Adrenabrain to move 3 damage counters from his active Marnie's Grimmsnarl to my active Ceruledge EX. And then, surprisingly, he plays a Boss's Orders, bossing up my bench Charcadet, and this play costed him the game, because he knocks the active out, but then he puts the 30 damage on the bench Ceruledge, which we all know since it's a Terra, it will not go through. So then on my turn, I put up the Ceruledge and I drew another Fighting Energy, going straight for a Lunar Cycle. And after that Lunar Cycle, I managed to get a Charcadet, and I put it straight to the bench. And I was considering a Flip the Script, but then I counted how many cards are in my deck, and I'm like, alright, I don't want to deck out here. I then attach a Legacy Energy to my bench Charcadet, and despite the low deck size, I decide to flip the script, hopefully drawing into my Pal Pad, so I can put my Boss's Orders back into the deck. Unfortunately, no Pal Pad, so I knock out the active with 290 damage, taking 2 more prize cards. After a good minute of thinking, he plays Arven, searching his deck for a rare candy, and then uses Spike Myth Gym to search out a second Marnie's Grimmsnarl. He really needed another attacker, and this turn was pretty crucial for him. And it would have been amazing to see him Night Stretcher for another Impotent to establish a second attacker just in case, or, just to apply some pressure. Unfortunately, he does not see that this turn. Another mistake right here by my opponent, he benches a Badoo, retreats into it with a Air Balloon Monkey Dory, but he announces pass and not Itchy Pollen. This allows me to use the Pal Pad that I top deck to put 2 Boss's Orders from my discard pal back into my deck to have the win in the palm of my hand. However, I think in my head, I thought I had played a supporter for that turn, so then I Night Stretcher a Charcadet from my discard pile, putting it to the bench, and then I evolve my benched one, and then I'm like, alright, I'm going to Turo my active Ceruledge. I'm like, oh, like, just watching this back, it hurts, because I had not used a supporter for turn, and I had a Fighting Energy in my hand to use Lunar Cycle in order to get the bosses from deck. So then I decide to then just push up my Solrock and then knock out the Badoo. My opponent then pushed up his Marnie's Grimmsnarl EX and drew for turn. Luckily for me, he only knocks out my active Solrock and puts 30 damage onto my benched Fezandipiti. And then, the words everybody hates to hear, boss for a game, top deck, and I can just boss up anything on his board for the game. What's up guys, so after winning that tournament, he gave me $100 cash, so I decided to trade that in and get myself an ETB, why not, So, let's get to ripping. Honestly, man, after that tournament, I think I deserve this. Because, I don't know, playing that was, a little stressful. But, let's get to ripping this thing open, man. I have not opened an ETB from the set yet. And by the way, I've opened the side up thing and all that, but not ETB, so let's look at what's inside. Ooh, this thing is pretty freaking cool, man. Look at that. It's a beautiful coin right there. ETB sleeves, pretty nice. And the promo Riolu, freaking nice, man. It's going straight into my Lucario deck. And after this, I'm going to get some more footage. I'm going to play that. I went 3-1 with it. It's the energies. I went 3-1 with it at a local, but unfortunately I was not able to get any of the footage. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 packs of Mega Evolution. Let's get to ripping. Okay, it's a little difficult. There we go. What energy? Fire energy. Nice, man. Onyx, Ice Cube, Lopunny, Knuckle Stack. Inteleon. This is a pretty cool card. I was looking at the previous kits. It is really funny. Strange Timepiece. I played this in Mega Gardevoir. It's so good. Shuckle, Xerneas Reverse Hollow, Sandslash Reverse Hollow, and a Kyogre Hollow. Alright. I'm just gonna be a little quicker with this one. There we go, make it a little faster. You know what I'm saying? Easier for this little video.
Say grass. Water. Alright. Ooh, Riolu, Vulpix, Tankato, Seedot, Wally's Compassion, Pyroar, Executor, Tyro Reverse Hollow, pretty nice, pretty nice. Heliolisk Reverse Hollow, and then Journey's Hollow. Can't complain, man. Really can't. Man, playing that deck was so, it's just so aggressive. Definitely worth it. I got an ETB out of playing it. Darkness Energy. Electric, Magnemite, Vulpix, Bulbasaur, Pokemon Center Lady, Chiyu, Iron Defender, Spiritomb, Latios, ooh, Reverse Hollow. No Tank, can I see something? Ooh, a Mega Mall Wild EX. Alright, where are my sleeves at? I'll sleeve it up afterwards, don't worry. It'll be right there. Oh, pretty nice. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Put the bolt there. There we go. Grass Energy. Fire. I'm gonna get one of these one time. Come on. Tyro, Snover, Baniri, Numel, Celebi, Volcanion. Ooh, Lily's Determination. Can never have too many of those. Ultra Ball Reverse Hollow. Pretty nice Repel. And a Dialga Regular Hollow. Alright. Let's tear these open, man. Alright. Water Energy. Grass. I'm getting it, the energy afterwards. That's crazy. That's pretty crazy. Another Riolu, nice. Nickit, Snom. I played against this deck on TCG Live. It's pretty funny. I cooked it. It's pretty funny. Gumshoes, Surfing Beach. I will have a Pal Pad video out. I love this deck. Center Switch, Reverse Hollow Curlia. Perfect for my Gardevoir deck. Jinx, and a Cinderace Regular Hollow. Alright. Put the trash to the side. Water. Fighting. I'm gonna get it one time. Delmise, Krogunk, Delibird, Spoink, Gumshoes, Tankaton, Shiftry, Ninetales Reverse Hollow, Marshadow Reverse Hollow, and a Hariyama Hollow. Not bad. Go the second Lucario deck if I want to. Let's get all this stuff. Opening these are so annoying. I only have one hit out of this ETB. That is a little rough. Steel Energy. Maybe if I guess the energy right one time, I'll get a good hit or something. No. Tankaton, Nuzleaf, Tyrogue, Electrike, Stonejourner, Lily's Determination. That's it to me. Screw it. Toxicroak, and Bulbasaur Reverse Hollow. Ooh, a Mega Lucario EX. Do this. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Separating the good stuff, clearly. Alright, we got 2 more packs. Let's open this one first. Let's see how this goes. That one opened pretty rough. Watch this one be a crazy hit because I opened it rough. Or it'll be a load of nothing. Electric. Oh my god. Oh, Electrike. Close enough. Close enough. Sobble, Toxicroak, Stuffle, Boss's Orders, never too many of those. Stonejourner, Crawdon, Nuzleaf, Switch Reverse Hollow, and a Meganium. This is a pretty rough ETB. Wow. That is pretty rough. Yeah, I'm getting playables, but like, man, I would expect a little something, man. Alright, Energy, Fire, Sobble, Baniri, Delmise, Numel, Crawdon, Mystery Garden, Solrock, Acerolas Mischief, and yeah, that's it. I thought this was a hollow, that's why I looked at it like that. Wow, that's pretty cooked. That was a good ETB. Might I say, I have had better. But you know, I can't hate. It's a free ETB. Alright, that's my time. Subscribe right here. Like right here. Hit the bell right here. Peace.